morning children. Today we are going to see the 6th chapter of our science textbook, that is changes around us. So before going into the chapter, let's talk about the word change. Change you can daily observe in and around you. You can see that you are growing in your height. Some are becoming fat, some are becoming very slim or thin. So these are changes in shape, changes in height. Then you can see one car moving from one place to another, that is change in position. Or you can take one leaf and see that at first it will be green in color, and after a few days slowly it gets converted into yellowish or brownish in color. So that is nothing but change in its color. So changes can be of various types. We can broadly categorize it into two, that is reversible changes and the irreversible changes. So here let's see one by one what are these. First of all, reversible changes. Reversible, by the name itself you can understand that those changes which can be reversed, that means it can be turned back, they are known as reversible changes. For example, you can take water, liquid water, and then you can freeze it to make ice cubes. Here the liquid is getting converted into ice cubes. Then again, when these ice cubes will be kept outside or heated, you can see that it again gets converted back into water. So here the change is reversed. That means it is again coming back to its original shape, size and nature. That is, the change can be reversed. It can be brought back into its original nature. Next is possible in both direction. For example, if I am moving forward, then I can go back again. This is nothing but going forward and coming back. So it can be possible in both direction. Just like the example we have taken, water to ice, ice to water. It can move in both directions. So possible in both direction. Next is no change in the nature of the substance. That means if you will take water and you freeze it and make it into ice cubes, even though it has been converted into solid form, still it is ice, right? It is also contains H2O. Just like the liquid is made up of H2O molecules, the ice cubes, although it is in solid form, it is also composed of nothing but H2O molecules. So there will be no change in the substance. Next is no new product is formed. That means just like the nature of the substance, even though it is converted into its nature or into its state from liquid to solid, there will be no new product will be formed, because water is water. Even though it is in liquid form or solid form, you will not get any new product. Whereas irreversible changes cannot be reversed. That means once this change has taken place, it cannot go back into its original position. For example, you can take a piece of paper. Okay, a piece of paper, you fold it and make it an aeroplane. Then after playing with it, if you will unfold the paper, doesn't it again become the same rectangular piece of paper? This is an example of reversible change. But you take the paper, draw an aeroplane there and cut it out. Then if you will cut it out, it will come out of that original piece of paper, and now some part of it is not there. It will only be cut out will be there, and half or some part of piece of paper will be left there. So it cannot again become a complete paper like it was in the original state. So it will be irreversible changes. Some more examples we can discuss, like you take dough, the dough of flour. If you will roll it out, you take a bowl and roll it out into roti. Then can that roti be again made into dough? Yes, we can do. So that is reversible change. But that roll you have done, that rolled bowl of dough, if you will cook it and make roti out of it, can this roti be again made into dough? Of course not. So that will be your irreversible change. I hope that you have easily understood to differentiate in between these two types of changes. So some more things we will discuss about irreversible changes, that is possible in only one direction. That means once you have made the dough into roti, it cannot turn back into dough. Once you have cut out the aeroplane from piece of paper, it cannot be again get attached to it like it was originally. So it is only possible in one direction. Next is nature of the substance changes. So here you see, once it was dough, but when we cook it, you can see the taste changes, the color changes, or you can take the example of something else like burning a incense stick or agarbatti as we say. So after burning it, what happens? The stick slowly gets smaller in size and we can sense the smoke or fragrance coming out of it, and you will see some ashes. These ashes, are they similar to the incense stick it was once? No. You will see the ash and the agarbatti, they are completely different thing. Or burning of the wood. After burning the wood, the ash you get, they are different from each other. So the nature of the substance changes and new product is formed. Here you see new product will be formed, like after burning the incense stick or agarbatti or wood, you will get ashes. After cooking the dough or rolled dough, you will get roti. So here you are going to get new products. Whereas here, as we have discussed, the water or the folding of the paper into aeroplane, after the foldings are opened, again it is nothing but paper itself, and the ice cube also, after it is melted, again it will be nothing but water. So new product will not be formed in reversible, whereas new products will be formed in the irreversible changes. So these are some of the differences between reversible change and irreversible change. I hope that you have understood it clearly. So let's move on to the next topic, that is what are the causes of change. Mainly change can occur due to two reasons, that is either change in the temperature or intermixing of substances. Here change in temperature means the temperature may get higher or may get lower. For example, burning of incense stick, here we will burn it, that means temperature is higher, so it will catch fire and slowly it will burn out. Whereas conversion of water, liquid water into ice cube, here as we decrease the temperature, change take place in its state. So these are some examples for changes. Whereas intermixing of substances, one very simple example can be the mixing of cement, water and sand together, and you can get the concrete. So cement gets converted into concrete when it mixes with water. Or you can take an example of vegetables and cooked vegetables. Once you have potato, then you have carrots. After mixing all these and again changing the temperature, heating it, both these two are utilized here, you are going to get a new dish. So it is also one of the causes of changes, temperature as well as intermixing of substances. Now let's discuss the effects of change in temperature. If there is a change in temperature, what are the effects we can see? First one is expansion and contraction. Here, if you will see, the wheels, especially the bullock cart and all, its wheel will be made up of wood, but it will have a metallic rim around it. If this is the wheel with the spokes, then here a metallic rim will be around here, and you will see that this rim is very tightly fixed with the wheel. How it is possible? Can you just push it and attach these? Of course not. What we do here, we take the advantage of changes taking place due to temperature. So here the rim, especially it is made up of iron. So when we will heat it, after a certain point, it will start expanding. That means it will increase in its size. So when it will increase in size, we will fix it into the wheel, and as the temperature goes down, when the temperature of the rim goes down, it gets cool off, it will again contract. Contract means getting smaller in size. So heating makes it expand, and when it gets cooled, it will get contract and get tightly fixed with the wheel. So here one of the effect is expansion and contraction. Next is melting. One very easy or simple example we can see is melting of the wax. If we will take a candle and burn it, what happens? You can see the wax is slowly melting. So that is another example. Or the pieces of iron also, or any metal, if you will provide it enough heat, it will also get melt in the molten form. Or you can see lava also. Under the earth, it is under high temperature and pressure, so it is now in lava form or molten form. When it comes out, you can see that it gets hard. Next is evaporation. So you can take a pot of water, heat it, then after some time try to observe it. What can you see? The liquid slowly gets small bubbles will appear in the liquid, and after some time the liquid is converted into steam. So what is happening? The conversion of liquid or water into gas or steam. So here we can see the liquid gets converted into gas, that is water is converted into steam. So this is due to the process of evaporation, where we apply heat and it is converted into gas. One more example we can take is, if you take a piece of wood or plywood or even a plate, just above the boiling water and steam, you put it like this, and you will see that when the steam comes in contact with this plate, slowly water droplets will form here. So what is happening? This gas is again converting into liquid. The steam is getting converted into liquid. And what is that? That is known as the process of condensation. So both evaporation and condensation are two examples or two effects of change in temperature. When we provide heat, evaporation will take place. When we take away the heat, that means when the steam comes in contact with the plate absorbs the heat of the steam, so steam gets cold or cool off and gets converted into liquid, giving us the process of condensation. So I hope that you have understood these topics very clearly, as we have discussed changes, types of changes, reversible as well as irreversible. Then what are the main causes? Temperature and intermixing of substances. Then we have discussed some effects of change in temperature, like expansion and contraction, melting, evaporation as well as condensation. You can observe some more changes where 2 or 3 changes or reversible as well as irreversible changes can take place at the same time. I want all of you to think about some changes where you can see both of these types of changes occurring. I hope that you have understood properly. Thank you.